Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning. Welcome to the Next Jump Global webinar. It's my pleasure to introduce to you now Kevin McCoy, who's going to be talking to you today about our planned global expansion outside of the UK and the US. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Paul, and welcome everyone to the webinar. We're very excited today to talk to you about our global expansion plans. This is something that we're actually doing out of the UK office, and it's something that the team here has been working on for about 6 months, and we're pleased to say that we are in the very beginnings of our endeavor towards global. So today's agenda, I'm going to talk a little bit about why we're going global, where we are today, our global rollout plan, the anticipated company coverage in phase 1, a product preview, and we'll talk about the beta client application process, and then I'd be happy at the end to take your questions. So first off, why are we going global? And really, the answer to this comes from you, our customers, both in the UK and in the US. We've really had dozens of conversations over the past 24 months that have really highlighted the fact that there's a need at the most senior levels of HR to create a presence for their software as service partners in a global environment. And so we've heard what you've been telling us, and we wanted to highlight our plans on how we're going to respond to the inquiries that you've made. So today, outside of the US, we're obviously in the UK market. It's actually a little over 350 clients at this stage, with 2 million eligible employees in our network. We are also in Canada. We've been there since 2010, and we have 15 clients there with over 100,000 eligible users in Canada. So part of what we're looking at is how do we accelerate our growth and the growth of voluntary benefits and reward and recognition from going at a pace of one country every year or every couple of years towards a pace where we can really grow to a global endeavor much more quickly than we have over the past 5 years. So that's the real challenge from a technology standpoint, from a content standpoint, from a partnership standpoint that we're facing, and we've begun to solve that in an iterative process for you, our customers. So you might be asking yourself, what are the merchants that are going to be on the Next Jump program as we move to a global presence? And what we're doing is we're starting with a seed list of retailers who are partners that we have both here in the UK and in the US, and that's really just our starting point. But these are very well-known international brands like Apple and Dell and Sharp and IBM and Lenovo and hotel vendors like Hotelopia and Hotels.com and Expedia. And we will take that seed group and we are going to expand that as we move from country to country using both locally generated retailers, but then also continuing our discussions with some of our global partners. And as you look at the next slide, one of the ways that we're going to do this is both through the local HR administrators in these countries who we know have exclusive offers available to them, either through their procurement teams or through relationships that they have in country, or just through relationships that they've built up by themselves. And then the second way is we're empowering your employees to suggest content, and then we have a sourcing team and a few sourcing partners who are going to help source retailers in the countries that we go into. And then finally, what's not shown here is that we are going to really use the infrastructure that exists in countries like we have in the UK and the US to highlight the retailers who are already in market in an e-commerce affiliate venture, and we'll do that using the international partnerships we've developed, like our trade doubler partnership and our affiliate window partnership, to make sure that we're leveraging the existing e-commerce that exists in certain markets where the internet penetration is larger and the online population is already experiencing the types of e-commerce that we already have here in the UK. So what are the questions that we've received to date? So I'll just go through them really quickly, and then we'll cover them in the subsequent slides. The first one is, what's the timing of this? When is NextJump going to be ready to go global? What countries are you going to add? Is there cost to going global? Are the eligibility files that we produce here in the UK something that's required? And how do we become a beta customer if we're interested? So I'll cover all those in the next couple of slides. And to start with, this will be a staged rollout. And phase one is going to include the beta customer launch. And right now, our stated intention as of the end of last year was to be live in Q1 2014. We're obviously right in the middle of it. A third of it has passed. We have 3 of our US customers already live in beta mode on this platform. They include Intel, a large international manufacturer, CSC, a large international consultancy, and Tesla Motors, which is a smaller international car manufacturer. So we are live at this stage, and we do have a group of US beta clients who are using the platform, and we anticipate getting between 3 and 5 additional beta clients from a combination of our UK clients and US clients. The first phase is going to be an English-only deployment. We are going to support exclusive offers straight away so that local HR administrators can upload offer content directly onto the platform, just like you have on your platforms today. And then, as I mentioned, we will also have many big international brands available for your employees. So the countries that we're covering, you can see a list of these, and I think Paul will send out this presentation afterwards, so you don't have to scribble down notes at this stage, but you can see where we are covering a large portion of the geography of where there are a lot of populations. We're covering a lot of Europe, parts of South America, parts of Asia, and this is just for phase one. So we continue to grow the number of countries that are available. In fact, we just had a group come to us, one of our beta clients, who wanted to have South Africa covered, and we're actually in the process of covering that in phase one. So if you have a population somewhere that you don't see on this map, there is an opportunity, if you are a beta client, to help influence us where we're going to go. This is really a conversation as part of that beta process in Q1 and Q2 of 2014 to really understand how to grow these programs, and we're really going to consider our beta partners as partners. So for phases 2 and 3, which are going to happen in the second half of 2014, we are going to start to roll out our WOW Points currency internationally. We're going to expand into to go beyond voluntary benefits like we have in the US and the UK towards our reward and recognition platforms. And then obviously we will also go to additional countries. And then phase 3, the big thing in phase 3 is really going to be the local language support. And then finally, we will start to deploy our voucher and gift card proposition into appropriate countries where the infrastructure exists to support those. So just to preview the product really quickly, the way this is going to work is your employees will come to a global landing page where they can choose which country they're in. and they will be able to log in. They'll see some statistics that show global membership, and they'll be able to log into any of the countries that they're a member of. And we're going to have a landing page. This is a view that you probably haven't seen in the UK, but this is where we've taken parts of our US product, where there will be a landing page that will cover the marketplace, which is the traditional discount program, the voluntary benefits sector, your exclusive offers that you're sourcing from your institutions, and then some other portals that we have, modules that we have available within the program, including our healthy channel, our health channel, and our reward and recognition channel. And then the offer content, as I said, is a work in progress. It's something where we're continuing to grow our international partnerships and exploit those and create that seed list of contents in many categories. So how do you become a beta client? It's something that you can bring up with your account manager. So you can contact them in the next couple of weeks and let them know that you would like to participate in this program. And what we'll need from you is a list of the countries that you would like to have in your beta program, the number of employees who are in each country. If you're not the main contact, if there is a local HR contact, we would need that person's name. Obviously, we would keep your name, and then just a note on whether this is a new program or whether it's covering an existing program. And the intention is to bring on about 5 UK beta clients during this process, and this is really the emphasis here is on we're learning and you're helping us learn. And so just to briefly cover pricing, there will be some pricing involved as we expand internationally, but for the beta clients, this will be a free program for the life of the program. So there is an advantage to becoming a beta client. It becomes something where you're going to be grandfathered in to have free programs in the countries where you are involved, and that's kind of our gift back for participating in this and helping us learn how to create an international program and a global expansion program. So going back through the questions, the timing is now. We are accepting beta applications as of today, and we'd be interested in hearing from you if you're interested in becoming a beta client. That can be done through your account manager. The countries that we're adding, we will send out that list straight away after this presentation. It's fairly extensive, but as I said, if there's one that you absolutely must have and you're really interested in being a beta client, there is some flexibility built in there. The cost, again, for beta clients, it will be zero. For the global endeavor, we're still working through exactly how we'll price that. In terms of eligibility files, we can do it with an eligibility file, or we can do it through a domain verification. That's a conversation that we'll have at the account manager level. And how do I become a beta client? You just talk to your account manager. So, I'd be happy. We'll be happy to take questions. I think what Paul would like to do, because this is probably a slightly more complicated subject than what our normal webinar presents, we can take questions offline through your account manager, and they'll get back to you very quickly with answers.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Just to reiterate, if you have any questions or want to be involved in the first phase of global expansion, contact your account manager. If you're not sure who your account manager is, email hrcs@nextjump.com. We'll be sending out the usual feedback forms after the webinar, and we'd really appreciate it if you could take a minute of your time to fill those in. Obviously, any feedback is taken on board and used to improve future webinars. Have a great weekend, everyone, and thanks very much. Goodbye.